Hi, Bryan.
Hey,
Hi, guys. Alan Lyn, how are you?
We're
we're
good.
good. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Hello, church. Good to see everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Um, are you working from your office? You've got a big clock behind you, or?
Yeah, no, actually, I'm sitting at our dining table right now. That's some of the change, that COVID has brought on. I am actually home based, so I have an office that's detached from our house.
Right.
And then I have office space at Save Mart in their corporate office. So I alternate between the two normally. The Save Mart corporate office, they have really outgrown over the years, so it's really, really tight. So as soon as this thing hit, they had to shut that down. So we're all home based 100% now. And because my wife Lisa, she works at CSU Stanislaus, and they sent everybody home there as well. So where I would normally be out in my detached office, it's been kind of nice. We set up at the dining table,
Yeah.
and that gave us just the ability to chat as we're working. And also when school was in session, our boys are in an adjacent room here in the front room, and they were doing their schoolwork and whatnot that way. So it was kind of office central, the secretarial pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 computers sitting on the dining room desk.
And then
Table,
and two iPads, and you're moving. It's like musical chairs. Moving.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of.
You mentioned your boys. Tell us a bit about your boys, Bryan.
Yeah, so we have 2 sons. Our oldest, Nathan, is 19, and he currently he just finished his first season at MJC, and he's looking at transferring probably to CSU Stanislaus. And he has a part-time job at CVS Pharmacy, so he works the front store, cashiering and stocking and signing and all of the things that go with retail. And it's been a really good experience for him. He enjoys that. And then our youngest son, Eric, is 16, so he will be a junior at Enox High School when that comes about in August. And he is very kind of math and science oriented guy, so we're hoping that he will be a good supplement to our retirement plan when we get older. How's that?
Bring them up in the way they should go, isn't that right?
Yeah, I'm glancing at them as we're speaking because they're in the front room here adjacent to me, and so I can only say good things about them, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what they say, Bryan? They say, get used to disappointment. So if it doesn't work out for you,
and I'll tell you, we got kind of a late start to having kids. So we prayed regularly that we would be spared as much energy as possible. And I have to say God honored that, because in all seriousness, our sons have given us no trouble. They've been great, and we really enjoy having them around, where we hear about, some people saying, yeah, I can't wait for the kids to get out. And we're thinking along the lines of, wow, what are we going to do when they're gone? So we all thankfully get along well together, and it's been a great experience for us. So yeah, they haven't aged us a whole lot.
So Bryan, you say that you're working for you. Do you work for Save Mart?
I'm not. No, actually, Save Mart is my customer. I work for Procter and Gamble, but I'm given space at Save Mart as my customer because I interact with them very close. That's my only customer. That's my only client. And so my role is to, how do I say it? Essentially, I fight for space on the shelf. And so I make the case for Procter and Gamble items, and and try to win space as much as I can, and still be fair about it to get space. So I'm the guy that when you go to the grocery store and the thing that thing that you love to buy, you go in one day and it's not there. That's probably, that's me or someone like me that has made some changes. I'm sorry, but I'm also the guy that when you see something come on TV that's new and exciting, and you go to the store and it's there, that's also me and people like me too. So hopefully that makes up for it. There's, shelf space is limited. So we look at it like real estate, and retailers look at it like real estate. They charge prices for space on the shelf.
Oh, wow.
And so we pay that and negotiate that. And yeah, it's quite a racket.
There's something buzzing somewhere. That's all right.
I'm sorry. That's our microwave. My oldest Nathan is heating lunch right now as we speak. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I'm just thinking, is our alarm about to go off, the smoke alarm or something?
We're good.
So, Bryan, in this whole COVID pandemic, has life really changed then for you guys?
Well, a little bit with our routine, like I mentioned earlier, and actually it kind of changed for. It's been kind of fun to be closer. It's brought us all closer during more times of the day. It was certainly more challenging for the boys. High school, when all that hit, honestly, and this isn't a knock on the teaching community, certainly. I'm sure that was a huge challenge, but things really came to a halt, or at least that was the experience that Eric and Nathan had. It was a huge adjustment, and it was tough. So they're saying that school will be back in session at school. We're hoping that that's able to be the case, and we get a little more normalcy that way. But other than that, yeah, it's been, for Lisa and I, it's been kind of fun.
All that time that you always thought it'd be nice to have, and then all of a sudden you actually have it. Yeah,
that part's been really good. I think more so for us, for me. I mean, I'll speak for myself. It's really made me, in all that we hear in the media, all of the things, not only from COVID, but ancillary things, how our society is going through so many troubles and challenges, and all the changes that are evolving and coming from that. I've really gone kind of introspective and said, what opportunities are there as a Christian man, as a follower of Christ, to minister in that situation and to kind of leverage opportunities to witness and so forth. And that's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy, but I'm really, we've looked a lot at that, and there's so much opportunity. The field for harvest, the opportunity for harvest is just enormous. And so I'm looking at ways, there's all the different formulas that, we've probably heard about to witness, and how to witness, and how to be a good witness. And I've kind of come to the discovery that, we can all do it. You start as small as you need to just do anything at all. And I found just by, for me, that start was just mentioning the name Jesus in a conversation. And by doing that, and finding out, wow, I didn't get hung on the stake or burned to the cross. Each time you do that, you get a little more confident, and then, so step by step, you're able to articulate more, and again, you find out that works, and people receive it, and most people are pretty courteous with it, and it gets easier and easier and easier. So now it's just been kind of fun to see how that manifests itself when there's so much opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm learning. I'm slowly I'm getting better and better. But we're trying.
You're trying. Is that mostly within your work situation or neighbors or?
Well, yeah. So it does make it tougher because ironically, the whole social distancing thing, removes some opportunity too, because we're not interacting as much. So that makes it kind of a little more challenging, but we still converse with people, whether it's over the phone. And you just, find that if you just listen for comments, a lot of people are expressing anxiety and grief and worry. And so we can certainly minister scripturally to those emotions and those feelings, and just remind people that they don't need to be worried, that by faith in God through Jesus, that we can rest easy and rely on him, and that he'll take care of it, and that's just all part of the journey. And so
good, Bryan, good for you. Yeah.
So we looked like there was something we were taking a walk. Lisa and I were taking a walk not too long ago, and in the course of that walk, we went past a house that had, obviously, they have kids, and they had drawn a hopscotch outline in chalk, and they had written messages in each of the squares. And they weren't scriptural, but they were words of encouragement. That we'll get through this, love one another, which was, that's scriptural, but they were encouraging each other to be patient with one another and love one another. And I looked at that and I thought, wow, that's a great idea, because we have so many people still in the neighborhood that are walking around. You walk right through it. And so I thought, why couldn't we do that with scripture verses and just write them out on the sidewalk in chalk, and just simple little verses, brief, that people would see as they walk past. And so that was an idea recently that we have come up with. I haven't implemented it yet, but we got it out. We got the chalk, and yeah, I can't report on the results, but we're planning on doing that. And so yeah, just little things like that,
Well, that's great. We're running out of time, Bryan. Thank you so much for you've been encouraging us today.
Oh yeah, that's been really good.
I think where can I go and draw on the path? We don't have fun here.
Yeah.
But give our love to the boys and to Lisa.
Yes.
I will. We're and I'm going to go on a limb and speak for everyone. We appreciate everything that you do, and all the effort that you're making. It's much appreciated. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. It's great to talk with you. See you in your home.
Yes.
Nice to see you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
God bless.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.